What up guys, Adrian from YouMotorcycle. Most Bonneville owners can agree the brake light on this bike is not so good. Marlon even called it a Star Trek looking space thing. Pew pew! Fair enough, fair point. We're going to be trying to make it better by installing this Motone Miller light bracket. You can get it on Amazon, I'll link to it. It looks really cool, it looks promising. I have one little issue with it already, but we'll get into that in a bit. In the past, I have done a fender delete on this, which is the obvious correction, and a lot of you guys left in the comments that you actually preferred the stock fender left on the Bonneville. So using this, we're going to be able to leave the stock fender, but at the same time, maybe make the back end look a little bit tidier. Check it out. To get your seat on and off. Alright, so now that I look at it, there are really only these 1, 2, 3 nuts to remove. However, you see this cable up here? That's going to go and clip underneath the seat. If you disconnect this, you know what? Instead of making life complicated for ourselves, we're just going to use a T30 and just loosen this entire fender off. Save. The only tricky part is there's these little rings that hold this in place that you see right here. These two clips here, which are basically like this, are the hardest ones to do at the end here. There you go. But anyway, now we should be free to totally remove the original factory piece. Alright, so I've heard so much good stuff about Motone over the years that I just I guess my expectations were too high, but there are 3 things really fucking pissing me off about this project. Why is this so wide? Why is this the width of your screen? Is the first thing I really don't like. License plate, is only like that. I understand it's for different markets, so my understanding when I bought this product was I was just looking at the pictures. I thought this could be made to slide in, which would bring these closer together. So I did a little measurement. This with these tiny little mirrors, signals, only 15.5 inches wide. Stock from a cruiser using giant cruise missile size turn signals, 14.5 inches wide. It's wider than even stock is on bigger motorcycles. The second thing is, I don't know if you guys can see this. Essentially, the brake light goes through 2 holes in the back, and you're supposed to put a nut on there. Except, can you see that? The holes don't line up. So when you try and push it through there, this thing snaps, it breaks, and now I only have 1 nut, so it can just wiggle around because it doesn't line up. So that's very annoying, number 2. And very annoying thing number 3 is it doesn't come with its own hardware. It's crazy. It comes with the 3 hardware pieces that it needs to hold itself together, but it doesn't come with hardware to actually attach it to the motorcycle, which is insane. So my stock piece, these are like riveted in there or whatever. These don't come out. The new piece doesn't give you any hardware, so you literally have to buy it, put it together, and like seriously, I can't finish this today because it doesn't come with 3 nuts and 3 bolts. The whole point of this is to be quick, easy plug and play and to look good. When it's 15.5 inches wide and my license plate is only 6 inches maybe wide, this is gonna look not so good. And when I have to stop working on it to run to the hardware store to get parts because it doesn't come with the parts to go for the bike, this is a piece made specifically for the motorcycle. They know where it was going, they know what it was made for. It's not doing its job. Yeah, it's a little disappointing. So Anyway, I did a Fender Eliminator kit from Motone. That was okay. I did that last year. I'll link to the video. But this piece, I feel like they didn't think it through all the way. All right, it's 2 weeks since the last clip you saw. I had to wait for a brand new second one of these to come through because the first one cracked, as you saw, and I realized what the issue was. There was a problem with this, with one of the threads being bent, but even on a brand new piece, it still doesn't fit through. You kind of got to force it to fit through, which I don't want to do because that's how I busted the old one. So there we go. Is it straight? No, it looks crooked. Fuck me, it really is. Now we're just going to test the wiring. Until I hit the brakes. So let's see. That looks very on. And it's wired backwards. Because right now I'm hitting the brakes and nothing's happening. So let's turn this off, disconnect this. So it's not red to red. I think I had the same problem with Motone's Fender Eliminator as well, where it was actually not wired red to red, it's yellow to red, and then red to blue. They make this as one piece. I'm not taking a mishmash of parts, but the wiring doesn't even line up. So here's how I think it should work. That should be your running light. When I hit the brakes, that's your brake light. So now by wiring it not matching, we've got it wired up properly. So at least that's done. Now we just got to wire up these signals and then put everything together. So the Motone thing does have these like butt connector attachments here. So I went ahead and ordered some little generic butt connectors so I could just take the ends of my turn signals and just kind of pop that in there. Well, it's starting to look like something. All right, so the real test is, did I put everything on in a good enough way that the seat can easily go back on? So here is the finished product. I'll try and get you guys a bunch of different angles and perspectives. I do like it overall. I do like that I think it finishes the end of the bike really nicely. But I hate how wide it is. I hate seeing the stupid extra bracket that just makes it look like it's a universal thing instead of something that's actually made for the Bonneville, which it is, or it's supposed to be. And considering that it is made for the Bonneville, I hate that I had to go to the hardware store to get my own bolts because they knew exactly what nuts came with the bike, so there was really no reason for that, so that's kind of ridiculous in my opinion. But you know, they cheaped out on their customer to make you have to go to the hardware store to maybe save themselves like $3. That's disappointing. I hate that I had to wait 2 weeks for the new brake light to come in because the first one was bent and wouldn't fit, and I hate that even when the new one came in, I had to drill holes extra big. But honestly, I would love to know what you guys think, because I really only did this because the last time I worked on this bike, you guys said, hey, I like the Fender better, get rid of that aftermarket stuff. So now I want to know, do you guys like the aftermarket stuff better, or did you like the original? Please leave me a comment, let me know. If you like the video, give it a big thumbs up, helps me grow my channel, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Basically, for a living, I help motorcyclists. So if you guys can help me, it lets me help more people. Oh, and while you're still here, I have videos on how to do an oil change on this bike as per the Triumph factory service manual. I have all kinds of other content on this bike. Hit subscribe if you want to see that. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you like better, if you like the aftermarket thing better, or if you like the original. Please leave me a comment. That's it. Ride safe, but have fun. Peace.